Hey, Doc5184 here, and welcome to another music reaction. Today we are reacting to BabyMetal, Gimme Chocolate. Really looking forward to this one. Should be another one. This J-Rock journey has been absolutely fun. Before I go any further though, I want to thank anybody that is new to the channel. Thank you so much for coming by and checking this out, and if you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back. I am glad you decided to come back. I appreciate everybody that takes time out of their day to come and watch my reaction videos. If you really enjoy what you're seeing, feel free to like the video, subscribe it to the channel if you haven't already, that way you can see some of my other reactions, and definitely feel free to leave a comment down below. All of those things help the channel out greatly, and I appreciate every bit of support you all give. So I'm really looking forward, as I just said, going more into this J-Rock, J-Metal journey, because it all started with Love Bites. And I gotta say, those ladies have really impressed the hell out of me. And then when I went on to BabyMetal, it's just like, wow, what in the world have I been missing? And I've heard, like, through my Love Bites reactions, I've been seeing people talk about these two bands in particular. I've done 2 BabyMetal reactions so far. I completely already see the hype of this. Now it's time to go into another one, which, in all honesty, as a casual fan, I have actually heard of BabyMetal, and I knew, you know, that they were J-Rock, J-Metal, but I've never listened to them before, at least as far as I know. But I will say this, if Love Bites and BabyMetal have proven anything, it is to just basically be ready for anything, because I could probably look and see what they look, and it's just, the sound's not going to match the look. The talent is probably going to be way higher than I would have ever initially given anyone credit for, which is really just based off what I've seen with Love Bites and BabyMetal. It's something that you cannot do with this. In fact, I've seen oh, what was it? I know I just saw it in the, I think it was the BabyMetal one I did, where someone said, you know, they say rock was invented in America, polished in England, perfected in Japan, something along those lines. And I can understand why they say that, because so far what I've been hearing so far has been absolutely great. So I'm really looking forward to hitting on this video and seeing what BabyMetal has to offer. And if it's anything like Love Bites and BabyMetal, it's probably gonna knock me out of my seat. So we will see. We'll go ahead and get started. I will leave a link to the original video in the description below. Let's go ahead and get started. All right, let's see what we got here. Chocolate. Not the sound you would expect from a song called Gimme Chocolate. Holy cow! Wow. Oh my lord. Okay, yeah, this is definitely just straight metal. No one does not look impressed. Wow. Oh my. Okay, that was, I don't know. I don't think I have words right now. Wow. That little bit, I don't know if I want to call it transition, but I don't know how to describe it. Okay, I gotta say, this is probably one of the most unique things I've ever seen. Even the fact that they're adding choreography to it too. Oh, listen to that. Oh. I'm gonna need y'all's help in a minute. Wow. Oh yeah. It's amazing how they make this work. Like the parts where they're singing mixed with the metal, it doesn't sound like it should work, but it does. I'm not gonna lie, this almost sounds like something that should be on like Dance Dance Revolution or something. Woo! Okay. Alright, that was BabyMetal with Gimme Chocolate, and I don't even know where to begin with that. The way it started off, and then and I'm gonna have to take time to learn everybody here, is when it got to the singing, it felt like in a way the genres went a little bit, like it went less metal to more, definitely not pop, but I don't want to necessarily just go down to rock because it was like a little harder, but I don't know how to describe it. But the back and forth that they did so seamlessly was so awesome. One thing I will say though that I did notice about probably halfway through that I finally did notice is the thing that seems to make them different than what I've reacted to before is with Love Bites and BandMaid. It looked like, you know, I guess you'd say the members that were focused on, you know, were playing their instruments. But with BabyMetal, the only focus we really had were the three. So is it just them and like a background group, or is everybody part of the band? That is what I was saying I was gonna need your help with, because you know, I kind of went in there thinking that, you know, they were kind of like Love Bites and BandMaid in a sense that, you know, they're the band themselves, but I'm wondering if BabyMetal is just the three girls, you know, just doing the singing, but just singing to metal, you know, with a metal band as a back, because I did notice that it looked like everybody in the back, you know, had costumes on and their faces were never shown. So I'm just curious on if that's the case. I don't think that really takes away anything from it at all, because as I said during the video, that was probably one of the most unique things I've ever seen. Now granted, I would not, you know, it could easily be the next time I do a BabyMetal reaction, any question I had here could be answered, but I guess it's just a way for me to kind of prepare myself of what I'm getting into, diving into this rabbit hole, because I mean, when it came to Love Bites, it took me a good few songs to finally kind of be able to get, I don't know if get used to them is the right word, but to kind of really understand what to expect. I have a feeling it's going to be the same thing with BandMaid, and it definitely looks like it's going to be the same thing with BabyMetal. The one thing that is a concept between all three groups, though, is that all are very impressive. All are very impressive, and I totally understand why there's like so much hype amongst all these groups. They're absolutely fantastic. I love their sound, and I love the fact that they don't really sound the same. That's kind of like the thing when you get into genres. Sometimes, you know, it's hard to find groups that like have their own sound, but it's like with this, I almost feel like already that if you were to just play off like 10 songs between Love Bites, BandMaid, and BabyMetal, I feel like, maybe not confidently because I haven't heard much of BandAid and BabyMetal yet, but at the same time, I almost feel like I could at least be able to differentiate each group with their songs, because they each sound like they have their very own specific sound, and that really deserves a lot of, I feel, attention and credit, because sometimes that can be really hard to do when you go into a genre and like one group is very popular with it and there's a lot of people that maybe try to emulate that sound. I kind of think about, because as of this recording, we're a day off the 60th anniversary of the Beatles first coming to America. But you think about when Beatlemania hit, how many groups tried to emulate that look and that sound, whereas the first group I kind of think of in a way is the Rolling Stones. But the thing I give Rolling Stones credit for is, even though it's like at first, if you've seen some of their early stuff, they kind of like did that look, but it's like they really took time to find their own sound and eventually crafted their own identity, and with the whole British invasion thing, put their own stamp onto it. But you think of a group in America like the Monkees. I mean, most people are like, well, who are the Monkees? The first thing people say is they're America's versions of the Beatles, which in a way I feel is almost insulting, because I really enjoy the Monkees' work. But if I was to, I can't really argue anybody saying that was because it was the whole play on the spelling of the word and everything like that. So yeah, but either way, the fact that here I am going to 3 J-rock groups and I can already feel that they all have their own sound within the genre, that to me is very impressive, and I think it's going to really endear me to them as I react to them more. So either which way, that was a fantastic song. I really enjoyed that. Definitely one of the most unique things I've ever seen, and I cannot wait to get to the next one. And I really hope you all decide to join me on that journey. But in the meantime, feel free to check out my other J-Rock reactions. Really had a good time with those. Thank you all for stopping by, and I will catch you all down the road.